life. A God-given gift that many call a miracle. To exploit this miracle and make it our own, some would think it's not a problem. And maybe it's not. But where do we draw the line? Every body is made up of genetic code called deoxyribonucleic acid, or more commonly referred to as DNA. This DNA consists of 4 nuclear bases: guanine, adenine, thymine, and cytosine, where each base codes with another. Of course, why does any of this matter? When we refer to exploiting the gift of life, we mean to take the trait that a set of DNA codes for, extract it from one living organism, and then inject it into another. Take, for instance, extracting the blue pigment of a blueberry and then inserting it into an apple. Now we end up with a blue apple. And these sort of things can happen in many instances.
A friend came up to you one day and told you that they had seen a rabbit that glowed in the dark, or maybe even a fox that said moo. You might think that they probably fell asleep reading their latest science fiction book. But in reality, these things can be done with a little help of GMO. GMO, an abbreviation for genetically modified organism. Genetically modified organism, a living being that has been artificially altered so to produce a desired characteristic. And not only is this being done, it's being marketed. If you hear about processed foods being unhealthy, this could be because they have been genetically modified to taste better or look better. This goes for macaroni, bread, sugar, wheat, candy, or even vegetables. But since there are still over 2 hours till the lunch bell, we won't spend all our time talking about food. Instead, we turn our attention to the glowing zebrafish.
Fish are great for all ages, but when you turn off the lights, these fish are amazing. Glowfish, the cool, new, colorful pet for kids. Make nighttime glow time. For even more fluorescent fun, add glow ornaments and glow plants. Glowfish kits start at just $29.99 and make a great gift. Get your glowfish today at that fish place, that pet place, just off the Centerville exit of Route 30 in Lancaster.
So these fish have been injected with the fluorescent protein gene from undersea coral. These fish occur naturally. So once the gene is passed from the genome into the embryo, they will pass the trait onto their offspring.
And does this mean that the fish are okay to be eaten by humans?
Well, no. You see, although the glowfish were approved for human use by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, they are unsafe for human consumption.
To be fair, though, marketing isn't the only use for these luminous marines. As it turns out, they are very beneficial to scientists.
The fluorescent gene in the glowing zebrafish that they possess gives them the ability to alert scientists when they're in polluted water. Okay, well, you see, when they're in polluted water, they glow. But when they're in fresh water, they act like normal fish. Dull. They don't glow. Of course, when they're in the dark, they always glow, giving no distinction between fresh water or polluted water, unless they choose to. I personally love them.
I hate them. They're a nuisance to the environment. Would you care to expand on that? Expand? What else do you want me to say? What is this, a bloody interview? Well...
Oh, sure. I can elaborate for you. Let's see. Well, they're safe for the environment.
They cannot survive in cold waterways.
They produce offspring with the same gene.
They've completely tampered with genetic information.
And they're pretty.
And they're disgustingly horrid. You can't even eat them. And where's my tea? Thank you, love. Here's sugar. But I mean, it can't be her. That makes totally no sense. I don't know what your problem is. No, but think about it. I mean, yeah, but what are we gonna do with the peeps? Hey man, I've gotta go. No, they're like filming me. I don't know what's going on. I think I'm in the middle of something. I can't talk. Not about this. I'm just gonna. Alright, I'll call you back. Alright, bye.
So, can you tell us your thoughts on the genetically modified glowing fish?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Yeah. The British chick. Yeah, she says something about it, right? How their genes were all messed up.
That's what genetically modified organisms are.
No, you weren't listening. Like say the fish, right? They were started hooking up with other fish, but the ones that we make fish sticks out of, the edible ones. Yeah. If that happened, then I mean, can we eat them? Not the normal ones, the zebra ones. The glowing zebra ones, right? Are those edible? Can we eat them?
They are unsafe for human consumption.
Hey, thanks, man. Yeah. So, if they got together and everything and we, I don't know, ate their kids, we would, die, so... Nah, man. Nah, they're not cool.
You're very right. If these fish were to find their way into the mouths of other fish, the other fish would then be inedible for humans. And if the glowfish were to breed with the wrong fish and then have humans eat their offspring, just as you said,
Can I go?
then there could be a widespread of death throughout the world. Plus, the glowing fish isn't really known for its camouflage defense. Their extinction and our annihilation would happen at the snap of a finger.
Give or take a few 100 years. They're not all bad, though.
Right you are, Urkel. Besides their help with alerting of pollution, they have increased our knowledge of cellular disease and developments, such as cancer.
Well, that's comforting.
Well, hold on, think. It only makes sense. The scientists watch as the fish take on the traits, so of course they help in our understanding. You don't have to be so rude.
Nay, they're still animals and we're treating them like toys. Just look at the Glowfish website.
Oh, just look at that. How appalling. In 6 new stunning colors: Starfire Red, Electric Green, Sunburst Orange, Moonrise Pink, Cosmic Blue, and what's this? Galactic Purple?
Ooh, that's my favorite.
Well, they're still animals, and I think it's about time that we address the ethics. Huh? Now, as scientists have failed to see, when these poor, innocent zebrafish are flushed down the loo, who's keeping an eye on them then? With all this uncertainty on if they'll be anywhere near our food supply or not, once they're out of the delivery truck, it's no longer the company's problem. It's ours. And what does this mean? Burying them in the backyard next to poor old Spike. Bless him. Even then, it would decompose and ruin the ecosystem. They've even banned them from California, Australia, Canada, and
I
Europe.
remember talking to my good friend Rob Russell. He's the director of Protect Our Earth's Treasures, an animal rights group that I devote my heart and soul to. He told me that it seemed kind of frivolous to us that that the scientists would make this big discovery but only use it to exploit animals. So when they finally came out with the thing, I don't think he was too excited about it. Then this chap, Brian Quigley, was it? An associate from Barley's aquarium supplies on West 5th Avenue. He even said that ethics don't bother him, only proving the point that he has given up on trying to prove us pro-animal rights groups wrong. Of course, that's only my opinion.
It sure is, Carla. But whether or not you believe that the glowing zebrafish are a good thing or not, we now know that the world is moving forward. It's our job to keep Earth, our home, clean. And if this is the way, then glow on, glowfish. Glow on.
So, once the gene is passed into the genome of the embryo,
Well, I roamed about this earth with just a suitcase in my
that
hand.
sounds just what
And I met some bug-eyed
it's
Joe.
one of those things. Embryos, genetics, genes. Look at this happy guy. Just as fluorescent and genetically altered as he can be.
Hi everyone. I hope you all get F's.
These
A's.
fish occur naturally. So once in fact, the genome is injected, the genome is injected. I mean, who wouldn't inject the genome? Alright, but that's just one of those things.
I was kidding. I hope you get A's. Don't beat up Crystal. Alright, say hi to the future. Just look at the Glowfish website. Glowfish website. That one.
Have been injected with the fluorescent offspring of a gene.
Expand? What else do you want me to say? What else? What else? What is this? What else?
Well,
Why these fish occur naturally. In fact, once the trait is injected in the genome, I don't think it goes that way. I think the genome is injected with the embryo. No, I think the embryo is injected with the genome. What is injected? Somebody gets injected.